to you by Puffin.
The Ultimate Guide to Money. Written and read by me, Emmanuel Asuquo. Introduction. Hello. Welcome. Nice to meet you. Let me guess, you've picked up this audiobook because you're keen to learn about money. So you thought this might be a good place to start. Or maybe you just want to know the secret to making £1 million. Well, that's impressive. I was nowhere near as savvy as you when I was your age. Excuse my manners. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Emmanuel Asuquo, but you can call me E-Man. That's E-Man for short. I'm a money man, aka a financial advisor. As a financial advisor, it's my job to help people make good choices about their money. You might have even seen me on the telly, talking about money and helping people work out how to spend it, save it, and grow it. But don't worry if you haven't, because this book contains all the lessons you need to become a money master. When I look back on my school days, some of the stuff I was taught was useful, but there were also some things that I have personally never used since, like pie. And I ain't talking shepherds or apple. It's a maths thing. Or the elements of the periodic table. Or how to analyze every single word in a poem. Anyway, I learned a lot at school, but I learned nothing about finance. Not a single thing. And that bugs me. In fact, it bugs me so much, I spent much of my career teaching people all the things about money and finance that I think we should all know but aren't taught. And recently I started to wonder, why wait until people are grown up? What if people started learning about finance when they were younger? And that led me to writing this book for you. Before we begin, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Tower Hamlets in East London to Nigerian parents. I wasn't the best in school academically, and I'll be honest, sometimes that knocked my confidence and made me feel like I would never be successful. But there was one thing I was always great at, and that was sport. I also had great parents and an inspirational PE teacher who encouraged me to believe in myself. With their support, I achieved the grades I needed to make it to university, where I studied accounting and finance. While I was studying, I worked part-time in a bank as a cashier, where I would help people pay money into or take money out of their bank accounts. We'll talk about what all of this means later in the book. This experience taught me a lot about finance that I didn't know before, and I even found myself using things I'd learned in maths lessons in real life. Except pi. I've never used pi. After I graduated from university, I became a financial advisor at the age of 22. In fact, not to brag, but I was the youngest financial advisor in the country. I was really proud of myself, and it showed me that we can all do well if we work hard and believe in ourselves. A few years later, I married my beautiful wife, and we now have 4 amazing kids together. This is where things changed. Don't get me wrong, I loved working as a financial advisor, but after 10 years in the role, I was ready for something new. I found myself spending a lot of time having meetings with people who already had loads of money, giving them advice on how to get even more of it. And it didn't feel fair, especially since people from backgrounds like mine didn't have access to financial advice because they couldn't afford to pay for those meetings. This meant they didn't have the opportunity to learn how to grow their money. I felt like I had to do something about it, so I decided to start my own business and share the knowledge I have gained over the years with more people. I tried to make it affordable for everyone, regardless of where they came from, and it was a great success. I stopped working.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?